material desires. So this is a very important glorification of Prahlad, and even Jadabharata in his discussion with Raghugana Maharaj says, unless here Prahlad is telling only that one is blessed by the dust, but here Jadabharata is telling, unless you take the dust from a pure devotee of the Lord, smear all over the body, one cannot get realize the Supreme Lord. So this fourth characteristics of Krishna consciousness, that Sudurlabha, is rarely achieved. So actually there was a devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna Das. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to enter to Jagannath Puri temple, used to go through, I think, south entrance or north entrance. Yeah. So Govinda, his personal secretary, will come and wash his lotus feet. And when his lotus feet is washed, nobody can take that water. Mahaprabhu did not admit any of his followers to take that water. But Krishna Das one day came and took from the water pot the water washed from the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. One full arm he took and drank, second arm he fully took and drank, third arm he fully took and drank, and fourth arm when he took it, Mahaprabhu said, enough. Okay. So then one may wonder, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he did not allow any of the devotee to take the water washed his feet. Why did he give to Krishna Das? And it is said that Krishna Das had performed the greatest act which pleased Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What is that? Krishna Das served a great devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jadoo Thakur. Just a minute. Yeah. This Jadoo Thakur was born in a low caste, but still he was a great devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So every day, Krishna Das, he used to invite Jadoo Thakur to his house and feed him nicely, and used to tell, please keep something for me as Mahaprasada. Jadoo Thakur said, see, I am a low-born person and you are asking Mahaprasadam from my plate? No. He just from the banana leaf wiped off everything, not even a single grain, single mustard size prasadam he kept in that. So the next day, again he invited Jadoo Thakur. You see, devotees are very intelligent. Sorry. Devotees are very intelligent. They know how to, devotee is intelligent in what way, how to grab mercy of Krishna. So this Jadoo Thakur, next day he came with his wife, and they ate again one full plate of prasadam. But this time, Krishna Das kept one mango with a seed. So Jadoo Thakur ate that mango fully. He thought, not even a single fiber I should leave. So he ate everything and went and threw it. But Krishnadas very intelligently, after Jadu Thakur went, he went, ran away, ran and took that mango seed and started sipping it and sucking it. The little juice which was balance, the leftover of Jadu Thakur. Because Krishnadas had pleased Jadu Thakur in this way, has taken the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pure devotee Jadu Thakur's Mahaprasadam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu allowed to take the water which has washed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. So, the fourth characteristics of pure devotional service is Sudurlabha. Okay? So, it's already 7:30. We have to finish two more. Moksha Lagutakrit. One who has disinterest in the matter of liberation. It's in the bliss of liberation he is least interested. So, to understand this, we have to understand that, yeah. Bhagavatam explains in the second chapter, in the transcendental path of self-realization, there are three kind of people. A jnani, a yogi, and a bhakta. And another kind of person is karmi, but he's a transcendent, he is not a transcendentalist. He is like, in a karmi, some people, they try to enjoy illegally not following Vedic scriptures. And some karmis, they very meticulously follow the Vedic regulations and try to enjoy the Vedic things. So they are all not considered under the transcendental personalities. But Bhagavatam says, Vadanti tattva vidastatvam yagnadam idam abhyayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti sabdyate. There are three kind of personalities. One is a Brahman realized person, who is a jnani. One who is a Paramatma realized person, who is a yogi. And one is a Bhagavan realized person, who is a Bhakta. So now, here it says, a devotee is not interested even in liberation. Here the liberation means, Prabhupada explains all over his purports. Liberation means, the understanding is to merge in the Brahma Jyoti of Krishna. Brahmanoham pratishtha aham, Krishna says. So the jnanis are always looking forward to the Sayujya Mukti, to merge and kill their individuality. But actually, they can never kill the individuality. Even though you merge with Brahman, you will always stay as an individual, but without any activity. So you will fall down because there is no activity. Because the inherent quality of the soul is three things. Consciousness, desire, and the servitudeship. So a jnani always wants to merge with Brahman. But Rupa Goswami says, for a devotee who performs bhakti, it is actually equal to, if you take a jnani's happiness by merging with Supreme, you multiply by 1 trillion times. I don't know, what is 1 trillion? It is 1,000 billion, something like that. If you calculate, it can't even compare to 1 fraction of happiness which you derive from devotional service. That is why sometimes we feel ecstatic things immediately developing within us when you do bhakti. When you chant, you feel happiness. When you do some service in the temple, serving Jagannath, serving Gandharvika Giridhari, you feel so happy. And it stays for some time and it goes off. Krishna gives a taste of the bliss of devotional service. And we always hanker for it. So, the bliss which is taken from devotional service makes us disinterested. That is why a devotee is not bothered about getting mukti. Even going back to Godhead is not bothered. But Prabhupada said we should develop desire to go back to Godhead. But a devotee is not bothered. Narayana parasarve na kutaschana bibyati swarga apavarga narakeshu apitulyartha darshitaha. For a devotee, this is a shloka told by Shankar Bhagavan. For a devotee, whether he is in hell, whether he is in heaven, whether he is in want to merge with Brahman, whatever it is, whatever condition, Swarga Apavarga Narakeshu, he is simply happy and blissful because Narayana Parasarve, he is fully situated in the servitudeship of Lord Narayan. So, a devotee is not even interested for mukti, which is achieved after many millions of lifetimes. One gets an opportunity to merge with Brahman. After many, Krishna says, Kleshu adhikarasteshu avyakta chetasha. That path which the jnanis take to merge with my Brahman is Kleshu adhikarastu. Very, very difficult. Now you see, these sages or the sadhus who are trying to merge with Brahman jnanis, they get up early in the morning at 3 o'clock, take a bath in Ganges, they do meditation in Himalayas, don't eat. Now, I don't know how many of you are following Bhishma Panchak. We are eagerly waiting for tomorrow's moonrise. Hare Krishna. So anyway, it is not so easy. But they all do that. But their life is very dry. That austerity is, they have not tasted the bliss of devotional service. So that is why Prabhupada quotes a very wonderful example. The happiness of devotional service is compared to, with comparing to Brahma Ananda, is like in the seashore, the calf walks in the seashore and creates a hoof print. And when water comes and settles in that hoof print, that Brahmananda happiness is only that much compared to the water in the ocean. So that is why that devotee considers the happiness in devotional service is no better than a straw in the street. So this is how a devotee is not bothered about the moksha. But anyway, we are all not much attracted by this merging of Brahman because we first of all don't know what is moksha, what is jnana, what is merging, But at least we can at least come to a point that we should never again go back to material pleasure. Maya is always attracting. It's telling that, no, why are you facing difficulty in devotional service? So much of test. You better take up again back to material life. But a devotee is very much determined. He will never go back to material life because it is simply stool. Yesterday we saw, day before yesterday. So the fifth characteristics of bhakti is he is least bothered about the bliss of liberation and also the material pleasure, he thinks it is simply and only an attraction, but that's not going to help me in any way. Again, going to put me in the endless cycle of birth and death. So the fifth characteristics of sixth characteristics of pure devotional service is actually, what is that? Sri Krishna Akarshani. Hari Bol. Huh? What is that? What is Akarshan? Anybody? What is the meaning of Akarshana?
Attraction, bro.
Attraction. Now, a devotee who performs pure devotional service, Krishna gets attracted to that devotee. Hare Krishna. Huh? Which means Krishna is the master and we are Jivera Surupoi Krishnera Nityadas. And Krishna, because of attraction to that devotee, he wants to become a servant of that devotee. So this is the glory of pure devotional service. So that is why we see you have heard about 3 words. Can somebody explain these 3 words? Mohana, Madana Mohana, Madana Mohana, Mohini. Anybody would like to explain this? Okay. Mohana means Cupid. That is, like no, if somebody sees a beautiful opposite sex for a male female and a female male, oh, so beautiful. It's a young, especially in the young age. You can think that you are attracted by the Mohana, Cupid. Now, Krishna is called as Madana Mohana. Who attracts that Cupid is Krishna. But Srimati Radharani is still considered to be Madana Mohana Mohini, one who attracts Krishna himself. So, one nice pastime in the land of Vrindavan. So, before that, I will tell you. Just a minute. Sorry. So, how is this poor pure bhakti is not easily given by Krishna? One day, Narayana, Narada goes and meets Narayana. And he's seeing there are a lot of bhaktas, they come and take benediction from Narayana. And then he says, my dear Lord, please give me wealth. Narayana said, Tatastu. Then another bhakta comes and says, Narayana, please give me good family and wife. He said, Tatastu. Then somebody said, I want a big bank balance, and then I want this, I want that. He said, Tatastu. I want to become a king, Tatastu. I want to become an Indra, Tatastu. I want to become a Brahma, Tatastu. So Narada was waiting and watching. And one bhakta came and said, "My dear Lord, I want your bhakti." Then Narayana said, "Wait. Please wait for some time." So Narada was surprised. The advent of Lord Narayan, Lord Krishna, is to give bhakti to all the devotees. But this bhakta, he came and so he was very eager to ask Narayan, "My dear Lord, please tell me, what is this? I'm not able to understand." Then Narayan said, "Narada, I know that you are confused. How is that I gave all material benediction to all my other devotees? And I told, wait for other devotee." He said, "You see, all these devotees, they get something from me and they will go away. But whomever I am giving bhakti to them, I have to become under their control." Hare Krishna. Na sadhyati mam yoga, na sankhya dharma uddhava, na swadhyaya tapastyago yata bhaktir mamorchita. My dear Uddhava, an unalloyed devotional service rendered to me by my devotee brings me under their control. And I cannot be controlled by those engaged in mystic yoga, Sankhya yoga philosophy, pious work, Vedic study, austerity, or renunciation. Krishna is telling to Uddhava, people who are reading Bhagavatam, you can make it a point to read Uddhava Gita, because Krishna had only 45 minutes to instruct Arjuna, and he was not able to instruct very much of bhakti to Arjuna. But he wanted to tell still more about bhakti. So he did that to Uddhava. Very elaborately, he talks about Varnashrama, bhakti, everything in 11th canto. So Krishna is telling he cannot give bhakti immediately because he becomes his servant. He becomes under his control. How? You saw? Nanda Maharaj is telling Krishna, "Get me my shoes. I have to go out." And Krishna, what he does? "Kanaya, please go and get my shoes." Krishna runs, gets his shoe, keeps on top of his head. "Papa, Papa," he comes and gives the shoes to Nanda Maharaj. What happens to Krishna as Partha Sarathi? He became his servant driving the chariot. You are an MD of a company and you are asked to drive the car for somebody. Will you do it? Krishna drove for Arjuna because Arjuna was a pure friend and devotee. He did it. So Krishna becomes attracted to his devotees. So I will finish with this wonderful pastime in Vrindavan, which will all touch your heart, of Radharani's love for Krishna. So one day in the Vraja Bhumi, all Gopas, Gopis, they were all playing with Krishna. And Krishna was also so much enjoying their association, company. And it was going on. Suddenly, you see, one thing for a devotee is, a painful thing for a devotee is separation of Krishna. Sometimes, we may worry how it is. When you are hearing Krishna Katha, when you are in association of devotees, how we can feel that pain is when we are bereft of that association, when we are bereft of that Krishna Katha. It's painful for us. So that is also a feeling of separation of Krishna. And for gopis, feeling of separation of Krishna is very painful. It is said in when Krishna and Radharani were sitting in Prem Sarovar in Vrindavan. I think it is in Gokul Mahavan or somewhere in one of the forest. Krishna and Radharani is sitting, and there was a bumblebee. This bumblebee, it's a bumblebee is also called as Madhu. So Krishna is also called as Madhusudan. So Srimati Radharani was sitting and enjoying the association of Krishna, and this Madhu was disturbing a lot. And Radharani told the Manjaris and Gopis, please chase away this Madhu. So immediately these Gopis, they chased away Madhu, not Krishna, Madhusudan. He chased away the bee and came and told, my dear Radharani, Madhu we have chased away, Madhu has gone. And immediately Radharani thought about that Krishna has gone and she fell unconscious. Hare Krishna. That is the devotion of the gopis. Ramya kachit upashanam brajavatu vargena kalpita. So when Krishna disappeared from all the gopis and Krishna went behind a tree, manifested his four-handed form, and he was just hiding. All gopis were running, and then immediately they saw Narayan behind a tree, and every gopis fell pranams, and they said, oh Narayana, oh thank you for your darshan. And they said, did you ever saw that our dear Krishna, where he left, which side he went? And Krishna, who is form of Narayan, as soon as he heard this kind of a response from gopis, he was very much dejected. I am Narayana himself has come and they are asking, where is Krishna? Okay, then Narayan said he went that side. Then all the gopis went. And then Radharani came there. And as soon as Srimati Radharani came there, before Radharani saw Krishna, who is in the form of Narayan, Narayan saw Srimati Radharani, and his two hands melted and he transformed into Krishna's form. He was not able to hide his form of Madana Mohana in front of Madana Mohana Mohini. Hare Krishna. So this is the power of devotional attraction exhibited by the pure devotees, which is chaired by Srimati Radharani. So anyway, this is the topmost characteristics of pure devotional service, that is Sri Krishna Akarshani. This pure devotional service attracts even Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you all for patiently being there last 3 days, hearing on the topic of pure devotional service. So it's not that I'm going to leave this 3 days. Tomorrow being a last day, I thought I will do an extra session on one of the life of a great devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who exhibited this pure devotional mood in the same time, in the same language. Hare Krishna. So if anybody has any questions or reflections, comments, we can do that. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Okay. So at least anybody has any reflections, comments on today's, yesterday's, day before yesterday's session, you can share. Devotees can, I don't know, in this 25 of them joined, how many of you attended all 3 days? Because I see a varying audience. Like somebody attended first day, somebody missed second day, somebody missed third day, somebody attended third day, like that. How many of you attended all the 3 days? Okay, only 4 of you attended. Huh? Okay. So devotees can feel free to share their experience, realizations, comments, reflections, anything. You can unmute yourself and share your experience.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandasman Prabhu. Prabhu, I have a question, Prabhu. Prabhu, in the lecture 3 days, we see how the devotions are very great, Prabhu. We cannot compare with anything, Prabhu. Brahmananda, anything. The happiness we receive from the devotional stories. But the taste we get is not so easy, Prabhu. By performing devotional service, the taste, how to get that, it's that, Prabhu. Like, because that, can you please elaborate on that, Prabhu? Like, why you're not getting so easy taste when every day when chant, when you do that one thing?
See, that is how when the nectar of devotion, we have the 9 steps of devotional service. Adau Shraddha Tata Sadhu Sangha Bhajana Kriya Anartha Nivrati Nishtha Ruchi Asakti Bhava Prema. So you see, Ruchi is coming in the 6th stage. So if somebody has to come across all this and come to Ruchi, means that one of the very important stage which one has to cross is Anartha Nivrati. So you are asking like, no, why the taste is not there? Because we have a lot of anarthas. What is anartha? Artha means economic, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, whatever we want, economic development, artha. Anartha means which is not required. The subtle things like, puja, labha, pratishtha, kutinati, jiva himsa. The next seminar which I am planning is Anartha Nivrati, which many devotees have been asking about these questions again and again. So this will be also a 2-3 day session in the near future. Anartha Nivrati is a very important topic. Because we are not crossing the anartha, we don't have nishtha. Because ruchi comes from nishtha. If you don't have nishtha, sustained devotional service, you cannot feel the taste. One day you get up in the morning and chant, and one day you read Bhagavatam for some days, and then the next getting up in the morning is after 1 year only. Hare Krishna. And then you know, Prabhu, 365 days before I chanted in the morning, I'm feeling the same taste. And then you read Bhagavatam, Prabhu, I read for 2 hours. Then you read the same Bhagavatam 2 hours only after 2 years. So the nishtha, the consistency we have to bring, the determination to perform devotional service will come only yesham tu antagatam papam jananam punya karmanam. Only when you are God written the whole sinful acts and you act piously. Okay? So, It's very difficult unless you cross Anartha Nivritti stage. It's very difficult for us to get the Ruchi. So maybe we can discuss detailedly on this Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha and Ruchi detail. But overall is why we don't have a Ruchi, because of Anarthas. That is why this stage is called Nivritti of Anarthas. So it's considered to be one of the important step in the path of our devotional service, Anartha Nivritti. Once we cross that, I think the million, trillion fold bliss is waiting for us. You see, one thing is we should always keep in mind, if you want to take, like, we all would have gone through various exams. At least the initial, we would have gone through the 10th standard public, then you have the PUC or the plus 2, then you have, it's like, very, each time is like, hard. We have to work hard. Like, still I remember during my engineering, I used to sleep only 3 hours. We used to do group study. And somehow it is Krishna's mercy. I was not in Krishna conscious. I got gold medalist, and I was 8th position in the university. I used to work so hard. I will sleep only 3 hours during the exams. But if you ask me now to perform devotional service, will I sleep 3 hours? I won't do. Because I don't have that eagerness. I want to eagerly practice purity. No, I don't have that eagerness. So for material things you want to achieve, you are ready to do it. You're not even, you won't sleep also. If you think that you are going to get 10 crores in 10 days, you have to sacrifice your sleep, you will do it. Because there's a great impetus for you to get that. So we don't have that intense determination. The determination and the laulyam. So these anarthas are also floating. So we have to take pain, constantly work on it, and then gradually the anarthas clears and you will get your devotions. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much for Hare Krishna.
Anybody else? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. While performing this devotion service, what is the weightage for being an association of devotees, Prabhuji?
Yeah, at least when you are in the platform of neophyte, initial stage, association is very important. Because when you're going down, your counterpart or some peer will say, Prabhu, what happened? I didn't see you for Mangalarti. I didn't see you for morning japa in the Zoom. You were not there. And Prabhu, like this, and he gives, come on, Prabhu, we will get up. We will together do it. Another devotee inspires you and come back. But as we gradually grow, also association is required. But association is required at the initial stages of Krishna consciousness. Okay? So it's very, very important. It's like, they say a kind of, if you plant a sapling, the most, many things are there. The soil, the watering, many things are there. But you see, compounding it, that nobody comes and stamps or somebody plucks and goes off or anything is the most important thing. Like that, our bhakti has to be compounded with association of devotees, so that very easily you won't lose it. Gradually, when you grow, you become serious, understand, then you get some strength. You can sustain without association, but for some time. But you cannot sustain for a long. You need association. That's why Prabhupada said, there is no other purpose for me to create this International Society of Krishna Consciousness, only for association. Okay?
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, it's 8 o'clock. Any feedback, experience, realizations for the last 3 days? devotees can feel free to share.
This class is very useful, and your time is very precious. And I missed the day one session, and I think I'll go through the YouTube live. It's very pleasure. Thank you, Prabhuji, for your association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anybody else? Any realizations or experiences? Okay. So thank you all for joining. So tomorrow it's going to be no philosophy, only pastime. One of the great devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we will all aspire to hear about him. Who is that? That's a surprise. If I tell now, then you will lose. You all have to be eager. So who is that devotee? Who is a great devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who exhibited high quality, esteemed way of pure devotional service. So we are going to hear about the great devotee. So we will all meet tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Gaur Premanandi.
Hari Bol.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.